let's talk about what this is. All right, so Underlords, for those not familiar, is a new genre of game that was based off of a Dota 2 mod called Auto Chess. And the best way to describe it for someone who hasn't seen the mod, and I hadn't played the mod before I started playing this, is this game is similar to a mashup of a deck building game meets a PvP tower defense, basically. So you draft units from a lineup and then position them on a game board, and then your units on the game board smash into units that someone else has set up on their game board, which is nice. This game is fully cross-platform, Windows, Linux, OS X on Steam, and it also has Android and iOS. So this is the lineup here at the top of the screen. You have 1 money to start with, so I'm going to click on a unit to buy it, and when I buy it, it goes down here to my bench, and then we go ahead and slide it out here. You can see when I click on this guy, it shows the range of his attack, so this is a melee unit. You can also see here down the left side of the screen, you play with 7 other people. So for the first 3 rounds are like the setup for the game. The setup, you play against these predetermined creeps or NPC units that come out that are always the same every game. And then starting in round 4, your units that you've bought and positioned battle against units the opponent has bought and positioned. After every one of these NPC creep rounds, you go ahead and you get an item, which you can attach to one of your units. Items do different things like give them extra attack or extra damage. One of the things that you need to know when you're purchasing units here, you can see there's a star here under this tusk because I've already bought 1 tusk. When you buy 3 of the same unit, you get to upgrade that unit to the next star. So once I collect 3 tusk units here, he'll get upgraded to a 2-star tusk. One of the other things that's good to know when you're first starting out is you can sell back 1-star units for the same cost that you bought, or 1 gold units, or sorry, 1-star units for the same gold you bought them for. So you should aggressively buy units in the beginning when you're not sure exactly how you're building your thing out, because you can always sell them back at the same rate later. Haven't been able to watch much, so I got a new job, but I've been watching some VODs, always solid content. Thanks for the support, Blade. I appreciate it. This gives extra health, so let's do that. So one of the things that you're doing in this game that kind of dictates how you're picking your units here is all of these units have different symbols, have 2 to 3 different symbols underneath them. And these symbols dictate what classes they are. So you can see here on the right side of my screen, this shows I have 3 warriors, and when you hit certain thresholds for these types of units, you get a bonus. So because I have 3 differently named warriors in play, all of my warriors get plus 10 armor. That's too much going on, Grey Wolf. And early, like, people change units a lot early, so dictating what you're gonna do based on what other people are doing early isn't super useful. Thanks, Avery. And welcome, folks. Since we're playing a non-magic game, I turned off sub-only chat. Oh yeah, I should put the vitality booster on something. Yes, your guys heal between rounds. Brawny units get extra health for every unit they've killed. That might be okay. This guy's brawny. We might find more brawny units. One of the other things to know, I mentioned earlier, you want to aggressively buy things based on spending your money. That being said, if you start a round with 10 or more gold, you earn an interest for every 10 gold you have. So it's not right to just aggressively spend and fill your line if you're going to have enough gold to accumulate interest with what you're doing. with what you have left over. You cannot put 2 items on the same unit, Chalky. That's a good question, though. Each unit can only have 1 item on it. So now I'm playing against another person. And if you click through these game boards on the side, you can see what other people are doing. My people were able to repel my opponent's army. We need the competitive advantage, so we turned off sub only. Yep. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to want this Ogre Magi, but it was a low cost to buy it, because again, I can just sell it back here in a second. Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of things that go into the different things you can do in these games. So I could grab the extra Ogre Magi, and I think I'm going to. So one of the things I've learned while playing this game, when I first started, I was over-focusing on trying to accumulate synergies while I was playing. You can see here, I bought 3 of those, so he has a 2-star now. As opposed to just, like, getting 2-star units quickly is often more important than having strong synergies. You can see here as my squad wipes out. Yeah, I want the second one of him. One of the things to know in this game, too, is you get extra money when you're on win streaks or lose streaks. Which means, you basically don't want to alternate winning and losing. So sometimes, if you've lost a couple of rounds in a row, it's correct to not power up your squad so you can keep losing to streak while losing. You can see here, this will level up this guy. And Juggernaut here completes my Brawny. So I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to spend gold here to give me more XP, and more XP lets you have more units in play. Also, because I want to buy another Juggernaut here so I can eventually level this up, I'm going to go ahead and sell this Enchantress back to buy another Juggernaut here. So I can kind of think about what I potentially want to be looking for in my lineup as I start to draft slowly. So you can see here, I have one of Axe, Juggernaut, and Tusk in play. And I have one on my bench, so I would really like to see one of these 3 units up here, because if I buy one more of them, I'll be able to create another level 2. Yeah, and this is still very early in the game, so my lineup here is going well. You can see on the left side here, I haven't lost anything. This is really good. That is another tier 2. So 3 tier 2s this early in the game tends to be rare. I've rolled pretty well in terms of what I've hit. And now I have to think about, what do I want to start building with my further synergies? So, like, do I want more warriors? Do I want the Sand King? What direction do I want to take my build out in is basically a question I have to ask myself. Yes, this is Valve's entry into the auto chess craze. This is out on PC, and it's on mobile as well. I've been playing on my cell phone on Android. It's out on iOS also. So your units have special abilities. If you look at the units, they have a mana bar as they go, and when their mana bar fills, if they're not on cooldown, they get to go ahead and use their special ability. So this build, being just warriors in the long term, generally isn't good. Yep, this game is free in beta right now. So usually you want to pivot as the game goes long into having ranged units that's an output damage. Mage units do a lot of damage in the long term, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick up Lena here, even though I'm not gonna put her into my lineup just yet, because eventually I want mages. And again, you don't do anything while your units are fighting, you just watch them attack. So the only like dexterity element to this game is making your decisions and clicking appropriately while the timer's ticking down the top right. Oh yeah, Arc Warden's pretty good too. I like that. One of the things that's nice, though, is one of my early units here was a mage already. Like, Ogre Magi counts as a mage. Like, this is my second mage already. Although, that's the second Arc Warden. Do I play it when someone pays me? It's actually the inverse, so the viewer count is much lower when I stream non-Magic games, so the Underlords content for the time being is mostly going to be as I feel like I can fit it in around the Magic content. What happened with Arena? I might take a break from Arena until the new set releases. I'm really kind of spent on this standard format. I have not been enjoying myself playing this standard format recently. Modern's been good, so we're still gonna play Modern in the mornings. And maybe we'll just do 3 Modern leagues. Ooh, Razor's a good mage. And again, I'm gonna wait to buy this unit until the round starts. Because if the round starts while I have 22 gold, I lock in my interest rate. So, I let the round start. This is a creep wave. I buy the Razor. And now, even though my gold is down to 19 now, I get to go ahead and still get 2 points of interest, which is great. I'm going to grab this extra Ogre Magi too, because it might be early enough that I can get him up to level 3 eventually. And this is a creep round, so every 5 rounds is a creep round, and your creep round gives you another item. Now, I probably want to sit and figure out how I can get my mages into my lineup here, because if I put Razor and Lena into play, I'll unlock my mage bonus, which, what are the perks of having mages? They're incredibly good long-range DPS units. Their abilities usually go really far over the top. So, I think I want to buy XP here and then swap out... Who do I want? I think I want to swap out one of my level 2s to get this going. Maybe I just cut the Brawny unit. Yeah, I'm going to cut my Brawny buff, actually, rather than dropping a level 2. And I'm going to grab Puck here for later. But again, I'm going to let the round start before I buy Puck, because I want to lock in my second point of interest on my gold. So now I'll buy Puck since the round start, because my interest is locked in. We could actually play sub games. If I have time to play a second game here, maybe we could try and do a sub lobby. So, other things I haven't quite gotten into as we've played here. I'm gonna go ahead and sell Ogre Magi here. While it's possible that I might get enough to turn him into a level 3 eventually, selling this Ogre Magi puts me to 30, which nets me another point of interest, which is valuable. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And now I'll go ahead and buy Razor once I've locked in my interest rate. Same thing with this Tusk. I'm going to buy this now, but I might end up selling it back later. It's just free for me to pick it up, though, so I might as well. Ooh, are we going to drop one here? Yep, looks like we finally dropped one. All right, and losing around here is real bad for us because it means I lose my streak gold. Not the end of the road by any means. So how do you actually lose the game or win the game? So you can see there when I lost health equal to the amount of units that were left over from my opponent. And when your health reaches 0, you're knocked out of the game, and we're playing with 7 other people. Why position at the front like this? Because all of these are melee units. Maybe I could pull back. I could probably pull back my mages. I kind of like having this up close, though, because this does the plasma field, so I like it to be close. Yeah, so these 4 units are my warriors or my tanks, and then these things are ranged. And there are some units like these that are assassins that jump behind your lines. All the details on how to submit decks can be found on my website here for the Magic portion. TLDR is that Prime subs are identical to Tier 1 subs in every way. The Prime subs and Tier 1 subs get a discount on submitting decks, but they do not get a complimentary deck. These auto chess games are visually crowded. They have a lot of information on a single screen, but the fact that all of the information is up on your screen at the same time actually makes it a pretty good game for streaming. Again, I'm at 40 gold here, so I'm not going to buy anything. I'm going to buy this Tusk after we lock in the round, though, because eventually I might get him to a level 3. Well, Teamfight Tactics is still in closed beta, right? Oh, we were so close. Teamfight Tactics is in closed beta, and it doesn't intend to support mobile or Linux, I don't believe. So, I definitely, for my own personal play, and from a content perspective too, I think I'd rather be playing the game that supports mobile. I think I'm going to sell out on these. It gets me my 5th point for gold here. Yeah, exactly. So one of the things, too, you can track if you're interested in tracking. So on the right side of the screen here, there is a damage output for each of your units and your opponent's units. So you can kind of see which of your units are doing the best. I'm going to go ahead and grab another Razor and a Crystal Maiden here, because I might eventually, one of the synergies I like to work towards the late game with a build like this is getting all of your mages together, because if you take 100% magic resistance off of all your opponent's stuff, you're going to have a real good time. And again, getting to level 3 units is difficult and doesn't frequently happen, but occasionally you can get there, and it's really nice when you do. So there's a non-zero chance I end up selling some of these things back. I don't have any elusive units or knights, so we'll get this one. Not rolling particularly good items. Nothing particularly interesting here. For 2 gold, you can re-roll the lineup. That's another puck potentially for later. I'm probably going to move off of this axe in the long term. So I'm going to go ahead and sell him back and grab this puck probably. Now, you can spend... Nope, it's a standalone game. You can download it on both the mobile app stores as well as just on Steam in general. Just search DOTA Underlords. You can spend 5 gold to get 4 XP, and every level you get with XP allows you to put another unit into play. So next turn, for example, I'm probably going to spend 10 gold to get 8 XP so I can put another unit onto the battlefield. So we died there again. Losing rounds isn't the biggest deal, especially in the early-ish, the mid-game like this when you're getting set up. So I'm going to do exactly like I said here and spend that money there and throw this Dorko into play. And then let's reroll and see if we can upgrade any of these things yet. That's 2 more Ogre Magi's. Maybe I want those. Probably not. Yeah, you keep playing rounds till everyone else is dead. Every 5 rounds is a creep round. That's true. Getting more, and you can see here, my opponent's boards have a lot of 2-star guys, and I don't have that many 2-stars yet. So it might... I might want to start rolling aggressively for upgrades at this point to try and find my 3rd copies of things. Although we might... Oh, we were so close to winning this. I could see Ogre being better than Tusk. That's fair. Tusk probably, as he says, as he finds another Tusk. All right, let's roll for some upgrades here. It's another Lena. That's another Razor. We might eventually get to the level 3 Razor. Oh, I can't buy him, huh? I definitely want to buy the Razor, so what do I want to get rid of is the question. I could aggressively level up. I don't think I want to dump that much gold, though. Crystal Maiden gives all my units a mana as a passive, and this guy has an item that reduces his cooldown, so when he collects extra mana, he gets to use his ability more rapidly, which is nice. No, the only benefit from not spending gold is interest, and your interest maxes at 5 per round. Maybe I do just want to do this. Yeah, let's just level up. Put her out too. This gives me the human bonus as well, which is nice. Yeah, I've been losing the last few rounds, so I probably want to try and upgrade more aggressively. Oh, we are like narrowly losing these rounds. Yes, leveling does two things. It upgrades the number of units you have on the board, and it also increases the quality of the units that you see in the shop. So the higher level you are, you can see here I got a lose streak bonus. So losing just barely is kind of good. Lich might actually be an upgrade to this Disruptor at this point. I think Disruptor is probably better than the Mage in the long term. Oh, this is a creep round too. Replace Axe with Lena. I guess losing my warrior bonus really isn't that big of a deal. I could get my sixth mage that way. Yeah, that's probably true. I could put Puck in. If I put Puck in and pull him out, I have my 6th mage bonus. That's probably smart. And then I sell him here, and selling this gives me my 40th gold, so I get an extra point of interest. I probably want to put this on someone. Yeah, so you can see here on this top tab, I've got the 6 mage bonus and the double human bonus, and then which other things I buy or want to put into play can kind of be determined by these. So like my next unit, I probably want to be this primordial, so I get the primordial bonus. All right, sweet. So maybe now that we've got 6 mages locked in, we can actually start working our way back up to a win streak. So again, I'm looking for extra copies of Razor, an extra Lena would let me upgrade her to 2, an extra Puck would get me to 2. So I'm probably gonna roll pretty aggressively here. Yeah, Razor is really good. So here's the extra Lena. Here's the extra Razor. Now, this Razor doesn't do anything yet. To get to a level 3, you need 3 level 2s. So it takes a lot. It takes a lot to get there. Hey, look, there's another Razor. I might also want this Lycan for another human/savage character, because I've got Tusk out here too. It does free up my bench. So I'm going to grab Razor here, and I'm going to go ahead and grab Lycan, although I'm not guaranteed to play him. I wonder if Tusk is worse than... Do I just play a second Razor over this Tusk? Is it crazy to pull the Tusk and just play a second Razor? I've got two-ish tanks up front. I could also just level. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna grab Keeper because Keeper is probably actually Keeper's better than Puck, right? I should have slid that in over Puck. Especially when Puck's level 2, maybe he's better. But without Puck being level 2. Yeah, the level 1 Puck is not good, and Keeper is very good. I probably want to slide back into the corner-ish with him, because he's kind of squishy. And he has a good range. Keeper in the back corner is usually ideal. Oh, I should put my sword out onto something here, too. Yeah, and I already have 6 mages guaranteed, so I probably just sell out of Puck. Which means I can reroll here. I don't think I'm likely to get all the Linas. So one of the things I haven't gotten into that adds a... One of the things I haven't gotten into that it does add a little bit more depth and complexity to the game, too, on top of everything else, is that the unit pool that spawns is shared between players. And that's something that I have a hard time keeping track of, too, in these big games. So you could technically click around and see what other units are playing to help you determine how likely you are to see more things. Second Keeper sounds great. Yep. Actually, I'm actually going to go ahead and level up here and put this Lycan into play, I think. Am I ever playing this Tusk again? Probably not. Oh, I shouldn't have aggressively leveled here because it's the creep round. I should have saved my gold because I didn't need help in the creep round. So we're getting set up here. This game was a good example of, like, we were winning early, we were losing in the mid game, and now we're ramping up into some better things in the late game. There's my level 3 Razor, which does mean I'm down a mage, so I probably want to slide this guy out, which gives me the primordial bonus. There's another disruptor. Yep, yeah, and when I hit a losing streak, I was losing by a very minimal amount, too. So I'm looking for another Lycan at this point. I'm looking for... Look at him melt. Oh, mages are definitely one of the better late game comps right now. You're like losing, all of a sudden all of them hit their abilities and your opponent's team just melts. So I don't have 2 Razors anymore because they combined into the level 3 Razor. So we're at the top of the scoreboard now. There's another keeper. Yep, I'll take that one. My Crystal Maiden is still level 1, so let's grab that. And then there's another Crystal Maiden, another Arc Warden, and there's a Disruptor for later once I can level up again. Nah, let's switch him in now. Yeah, let's show the damage on my units. 2,800, 3,000, 3,200, 5,000 damage on the Razor. He's so good. Lycan still has an item. Good call. And again, nothing in here impacts my team this turn. So, I want to wait on it. I'm going to grab this Disruptor because if this game goes long, I might be able to get a level 3 Disruptor. I might want to save gold just to level so I can get Lycan back out too, though. Because if I can get Lycan back out, I get my human bonus, which is nice. There's a human silencing things when they attack. It's pretty good. Oh, did you see him melt? Did you see him melt? Yeah, I could always sell him back later. That is true. Like, it might be right to sell both of these, honestly, and just, like, get my last Lycan. Yeah, like, here, I'm actually gonna sell this back. And Sandalar. Maybe? I guess this gives me my human bonus, but it trades a 2 for a 3. That's probably still correct. That's probably still correct. Because the human bonus is pretty good. This is 750 versus 1,300. Yeah, we should mostly steamroll through from here, I think. Yeah, we hit the level 3 Razor. Razor is disgusting. He's doing like 5k a round in damage. Yeah, and at this point, I'm not really looking for anything. Like, maybe another Savage unit to round this out, but... Yeah, I'm actually gonna go ahead and sell this back. And then I'm gonna look for another Lycan here. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. So now, I'm all level 2s except for Lich, and Lich is a 5-cost unit. So the more gold a unit costs, the better their raw stats are. So ideally, I'd like to find 2 more Liches at some point, but we're pretty far ahead even without that. Yeah, I agree. Getting to 50 on the economy is probably not unreasonable at this point. Just like trying to max out the gold I'm getting. What's the downside of huddling in the corner like this? If you're a melee-based composition, your units have to walk further. You can also, that's true, you can also get destroyed by AoE. Like, things like Razor's ability are pretty good against the configuration that I have. What does the orb do? I don't know what the orb does. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't read it. What does the orb do? And why am I supposed to put it on Lich? Explain to me. Explain to me why I'm supposed to take orb and put it on the Lich. We could work on changing Ogre out for a better mage eventually. That's probably not a terrible idea. Oh, that was a really bad aim on his ultimate. It looks like it's not gonna matter. Your ult refreshes. Oh, that's probably good. Yeah, I should have gotten the orb. Orb's really good to mage comp. It's fine. We're winning by a lot. It's gonna be okay. I have exactly 6 mages, right? I do. If you click on any of these over here, it lights up and shows you where your bonuses are coming from. I think this game is balanced at this stage. I haven't played it enough to know that. I'm not sure anybody's played it enough to know that. I do know from what I've been reading and what my experience says that these mage compositions are the strongest in the late game. But something's got to be the strongest in the late game, right? The question of, like, how much better are they? Yeah, I guess we might eventually get to a level 3 Warden, huh? We've got plenty of gold. Maybe I was supposed to grab Omni Knights there just to, like, throw them into play. We have plenty of money at this point. I was gonna slide him out there. I spent all my money leveling. That's probably unnecessary send for winning, but I kind of wanted to put Enigma into play because he's sweet. That is, the guy melting people with the horses is the Keeper of the Light. This is one of the biggest payoffs for being in mages. This and Razor consistently do the most damage in my experience. Yeah, we have a 10th unit now, which is the last one. And this game's not gonna last that much longer. There's only 2 other people. And, like, remember, like, well, let's watch someone else play. So, like, here, they're gonna fight someone else's comp. It looks like they're fighting against this one, and this person's fighting against ours. So this is someone else fighting against ours on their board. So they get melted, most likely, and then they take a bunch of damage and die. Yeah, see, like, they're gonna take infinite damage here. And our team survived no problems. Similar to Magic Arena and most ranking games, there's floors on the rank you can lose. Ooh, I could find another Enigma. I'm mostly just spending to spend because this game's probably over. Oh, this is the Dragon round 2, that's true. He steps into an area, dealing 5 9% damage max health for 10 seconds. Wow, that's a lot. Look at the cute little dragon melt. Yeah, Kunkka is pretty good. Mages reset their cooldown and get full. This card is absurd. This item is absurd in the mage comp. This is the single best mage comp item. If we weren't already slaughtering people, if they weren't already dead, they certainly are now. Come on, where's my last Enigma? All right, there's a Lich. Enigma or Lich, please. I can't roll again and still buy it. That's sad. Oh, I guess I could sell something. Rats. We're so unlucky. Just the unluckiest. Yeah, Kunkka is just a really good quality unit. I agree. Keeper did 7,000 damage on his ult. No, we don't need Delitas. We don't need Delitas. Or this guy. Or these. Let's just find our level 5s, huh? Or our 5 cost guys. Lich and Enigma. Lich and Enigma. Ah! Give it to me. Yes. All right. We can lose happy. I got my level 2 5 cost. Oh, Keeper only did 4,000. Selling dudes puts them in the pool and actually makes it harder. That's true, actually. It makes the pool deeper. That's a good thought. So I shouldn't sell them until I need the money to reroll, because it makes the pool deeper. We won. And this game is in beta currently. Normally, I missed your resub, sorry. I'm not good at streaming this game and following chat. Thanks for the resub, sorry about that, Kubi. Yeah, the games in this are long. That was one game. How do we do a sub game? Do I do create party? Is that what we do? All right, there's a party code. Yeah, there is plenty of time to read chat. It's just if a notification happens while I'm in the middle of an action sequence, it's hard to do. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, it looks like it's putting people in as observers. How do I start the game? Hey, we did it. Look at that. All right. That was so easy to do. That was so easy to do. Welcome, friends. This is a sweet game, so I don't like doing one-on-one matches when we're playing arena, 'cause you only play with one person. But playing with 7 people at once is sweet. Why is a Magic player playing DOTA Underlords, and will you stay with this game? I don't know. The big question for the longevity of a game like this, in my mind, is their staying power. Yeah, I don't know. Do I want to lock this? Like, I could get the second anti-mage guarantee, but there's no guarantee that I want. It's way too early to decide what you want to do. Usually locking on one is only good if you rolled 3 of the same thing. Usually you don't want to lock on one. Yeah, only lock a triple. This is the best first item to take, in my opinion. Well, and one of the things that's sweet about this game too, from the perspective of playing with viewers, is that ghosting is a non-issue, right? Like, all of the information, like, you're gonna hear me talk about my strategy a little bit, and that's whatever, but, like, I can click to anyone's game board and see their bench and see what's in play. So, like, it's pretty much all open information. Yeah. Which is sweet. As for, am I gonna keep playing this game in the long term? Like, release weeks for Magic, I'm certainly going to be all Magic, but yeah, I could see myself having this somewhat in my rotation, especially if people are subbing to support content like this. Like, at the end of the day, remember, like, streaming is my job, right? Like, there's a reason why my kids are in daycare during the day. This pays my mortgage. So if there's a demand from people who support my content to play this game, I find myself enjoying this game. I played this a lot over the weekend. They're trying to plan to try any team fight tactics when it's out. Probably not. Ooh, a triple. Getting a level 2 early is just good. So just get your level 2. Bumping Underlords in the queue. Thanks, Persip. Can you talk about the longevity of these types of games? You inserted. Oh, yeah. So the ultimate question for the longevity of a game like this is if they can keep the game fresh from season to season. So, like, can they keep a rotation of heroes through that make the gameplay have variety that's sustainable? That's the big question in my mind. Is there sustainability in the long term from variety happening season to season? Hey, Jenks, thanks for the 7 months. I appreciate that. Welcome. This is the first type of new genre of game that's happened in recent memory that can potentially appeal to card game players. Because of the lack of a real-time element. What's my favorite hero? Probably Razor. Razor is really sweet. So, something that I actually haven't done yet, which kind of surprises me, is that we haven't gotten a Druid comp yet. I guess we only played one game, so this might happen this game. So, the Druid ability says, if you have 2 Druids, your lowest star Druid gets a free upgrade. So basically, getting 2 Druids early is really good, because it gets you a 2-star unit on one of them every game. Yeah, it's kind of like a card game if you were playing your card game on a game board instead of
Yo.
So, the Druid compositions are good early, but the Druids are a card that kind of tapers off as the game goes along. Wow, 2 Lenas early is great. Let's do that. Yeah, I might take a break from streaming Arena until the set drops next week, Nemesis. This current standard format, I've just not been enjoying myself. Yeah, it does suck to see double anti-mage when I just dropped one. Although this person has 2 anti-mages, so like, I'm kind of happy that I got rid of them because we're less likely to roll them. And again, we're getting beat here in the early game, but you can lose early rounds and still ultimately come back to win the match.
Yo.
That's another Enchantress. I really want a second Druid so I can get that Druid bonus. Unfortunately, it's just not coming to fruition. I'm gonna grab the Enchantress here and then maybe this Puck as well to maybe move into mages. And when you're moving into mages, you often lose a lot in the early game because your mages are squishy in the beginning compared to what other compositions can do. And so long as you stabilize by the time you hit the mid game, you're usually okay. And lose streaks also gets you extra gold, so you're still making money so long as you're always winning or always losing. And like this is a pretty ideal loss. Yeah, the double shadow shoving's probably fine. This is an ideal loss because I only took 1 damage. So getting a loss streak while taking minimal damage is like kind of a reasonable case outcome. This is not, none of these are very good for me. So we're gonna continue lose streaking here, it looks like. Would really like a second Druid to add to this, but just not coming together. And again, not only do I not really want to buy anything up here, I guess this Omni Knight's okay. By starting with 10 gold, I lock in a point of interest. Maybe I just Omni Knight and lock and swap out like Tusk, because it gives me a second human. I'm gonna grab Omni Knight for now. Playing against three mana Teferi and Narset and prison style cards like that create pretty miserable gameplay patterns, Nemesis. They're cards that things that take away options from your opponent as opposed to giving you bonuses fundamentally create games that aren't fun, in my opinion. Ooh, double Magi is pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and level up here, even though we're close, to put this extra human into play in another unit. And then I'm gonna grab both these Ogre Magi's, but I'm gonna wait again to buy the second one until the round starts to lock in that point of interest. Comp is really not good right now. Thankfully, it's still early and we have time to recover. We're just now starting to take large amounts of damage from, just now starting to take largest amounts of damage. Ogre Magi is a tank, so maybe I just level up here again quickly and swap out this plus put in another mage and like put in Puck and Ogre Magi to get my mage bonus. And we are still lose streaking, so we're gaining a good amount of gold here, which is nice. I could take Nature's Prophet and get my Druid bonus here. Maybe that's the best for stemming the bleeding in the midterm. So this gives me a level 2 because now I have my Druid bonus. I could cut the Tusk at this point too, huh? It loses me my Savage bonus, but that's not really a big thing. I started playing Magic with Odyssey in 2001. All right, so we're gonna lose our lose streak, but that's fine. Yeah, if you get double level 2 druids, it kicks one of them up to a 3, which is good. The Druid class is kind of awkward because it's a class that has diminishing returns when you add your third, when you get your third one. Usually you want to sit on 2 druids. That's a Lena and an Ogre Magi. Okay, so that was a good time to break our losing streak because it looks like we're probably gonna be able to start winning from here, hopefully. Can I fit the second mage into play over anything reasonable? Not really, just Bounty Hunter, and I want to keep my level 2 here. That was a great buy round. I could, to get Puck in here, I guess I could swap out Omni Knight to get Puck in there. It drops my human bonus, but that's probably fine because I gained the mage bonus. Yeah, let's do that. Let's swap in Puck for Omni Knight. Put his sword on someone here. Cooldown is really good on mages. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. The mage build, most of my number 1 finishes come from mage builds. Lycan is pretty good here because he'll fill out human and savage, which is sweet. got a lot of good 2-stars playing against Western here. Yeah, looks like we're gonna get bumped off. Yeah, Lone Druid would be a good find. That was a big chunk there. We're actually at the bottom of the totem poles here still because we were losing for so long. I might want to pull back into the corner with my ranged units at this point. All right, that's a level 2 Enchantress. Yeah, getting Lichen going would be ideal. So you get 1 XP per turn here. So next turn I'll go up to 4, and then I'll be able to spend 15 gold to crank it to 6. So by waiting 1 turn to level, I save myself 5 gold by getting to that next level, basically. So I think we're gonna get Lycan into play because Lycan will give me the Savage bonus and the Human bonus, which is nice. I'll sell off Omni.
Yo.
I'm looking for another Nature's Prophet because if my Nature's Prophet hits level 2, I have 2 level 2 Druids, so one of them gets promoted to a level 3 with the Druid bonus, which is a big deal.
Yo.
The unit name colors mean anything? I don't think so. Perfect. So we hit that, and then we leveled. So we should be... So you can see all my bonuses lining up here now. And actually, if I can find an elusive unit, that might be good down the line. Razor's very good in the mage lineup. He's probably better than Puck. Yeah, exactly. You got there, Gregor. Sweet. It's always nice when I say something and like someone else is like, yeah, you should do that. It's like, good, we're figuring this out. And one of the things to note about this, even though I mentioned we're kind of at the bottom right now, this whole match is actually pretty close between all the players, because you'll notice nobody's really far down yet, and we're in round 13. So, like, I'm the lowest, and I'm only at 70, and I've mostly been tanking because I'm getting my squishy mages set up. So at this point, we're just looking for Lycans and Razors and other good mages. Is it rarity or... So your level determines how frequently you see the more expensive units. So Lone Druid is really good, but is it better than one of these being level 3? It probably is. I think it probably is. Who do we like between Nature's Prophet and the Druid? You think it's better than Enchantress? Like the Druid better? Nature's Prophet summons things, right? So that's kind of nice. Well, I have the Savage buff on 3, actually, so if I pull the Enchantress, I still keep my Savage buff. So Savage is on 3, and I'd be pretty surprised if my Savage is gonna get to 4. Arc Warden's usually pretty good. I don't know if I'm ready to sell this guy out yet. I don't really want to have a third Druid in my mix either. I don't think. It's also the Wolf round. Okay, good call. It's fine. I think my comp's good enough that I don't think it really matters if I need to switch. Usually if you need to switch the positioning of your comp around for this round, your comp is pretty bad. Yeah, see, we won that, no problems. Arc Warden might be good. So I actually don't think that's true, telepresence, because I'd rather focus on, yeah, let's get another cooldown reducer. I'd rather focus on getting 2 druids to level 2, so that way one of my druid buffs gives me a level 3, basically. For going to 4 druids is rarely correct in my experience. I don't have that many. I only have 2 savage units. Yeah, so the druid bonus in this game gives your lowest star druid a single upgrade. So the 2 lowest stars get an upgrade. How long does the average match of this game take? If you're doing well, about 30 to 45 minutes. This is All Feather, whose comp seems pretty good against mine. Might be dying here. I really want a Crystal Maiden with my cooldown reducers, so that way I get mana faster. I mean, I've already got a lot of good mages, though, so, like, pivoting at this point, I think it's too late to pivot. What are the benefits of mana? As your units accumulate mana, they use different abilities. So I don't want to put the cooldown reducer on the Maiden. The Maiden just gives them more mana, so that way when their cooldown's done, they can immediately pop the ult. If I can find another level 2 mage, I would like to swap out Bounty Hunter. Because he's just kind of randomly still in my comp because he's a 2-star. So if I can get another 2-star mage, we'll probably swap him out. Enchantress is probably a safe sell at this point.
Yo.
Yo.
I'm at 42 gold now, so I'm not quite at a point where I want to be re-rolling aggressively. You don't think I want Arc? Arc might be okay. And I don't really gain anything by selling him, so I can sit on him for the time being. I just know for sure I'm not going to use the Enchantress, so I'm going to go ahead and cash her out. But, like, if this gave me an interest bonus, I would go ahead and do it, but I'm not getting more interest, so I might as well sit on it for now. Getting some more lichens would be nice. And get him to level 2. Sub-only's off just for Dota.
Yo.
I have less viewers when I stream a non-magic game, so the chat's more manageable.
Yo.
How do you get so much gold? Mostly by not spending it. And the gold is like real life where the rich get richer, so you earn more interest. None of these are things I want. I have no intention of turning sub-only off for Magic. In my most recent sub poll, like, a large percentage of the subs prefer sub-only chat. We played a little bit of Arena, but I really am not a huge fan of the standard format. Oh, we got slaughtered there. That was Roadkill, and unsurprisingly, Roadkill's the person at the top of the board who's currently streaking, so not surprised that we lost to it. Yeah, the game rewards you for not spending. Every 10 gold you have when the round starts, you earn 1 point of interest up to a max of 5 with 50. Yeah, when we get, you know, 1,500 people in with Magic, it gets going way too quick. All right, so now let's start rolling for some upgrades. I already have a level 2 Lina. It might be early enough that I can get her to 3 reasonably. There's a Lycan. Also, I could just put in another level 2 Lena over this, which would be nice. And this is the creep round, so there's no reason to roll aggressively during the creep round. Yeah, we've been slowly dropping off since we moved for Magic per sip. We started with about 1,200 when we were playing Standard. I think I just want the eye here. As a viewer, I like sub only, but as a mod, I like chopping heads. Yeah, there's a pocket sand item, which is hilarious. These are a little bit of aggressive rerolls, but perfect. We got a level 3 out of it. Or a level 2 out of it. So, cost myself some interest, but hopefully it'll be a little bit better in this round now. Razor, do it! No. God, we are getting slaughtered. It's a lot of damages. One thing I do wish they do in this game is I wish they would balance I wish they would balance the people that you pair into so you don't pair into the same people over and over again. Because variance is a total pedo when that happens. It feels real bad. It might be that I'm supposed to level. It might be that I'm supposed to level and get another, like, a puck in here or something. Whoa. Hey, Kusib, thank you for the tier 1 resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. This might be a quick game. We might be going out first here. I need to go back to the ranked queue. That's easier than playing with people who jumped in.
Yo. Yo.
And now, when we're taking as much damage as we've been taking, usually that's a sign that I need to start spending more aggressively. Because you can't take the gold with you when you're dead, so. Alright, so I added 2 level 2s here. We're playing against Legion here, who's actually at the bottom. They're the one person who has less life than we do. Yeah, Razor's a low downside. Good call. I don't quite have... I don't have 6 mages yet. So I'm looking for a Lycan here. I also wouldn't mind finding a 6th mage. Like, this is a 5th mage. If we can survive to get to the 6th mage bonus, we might be okay here. I have to drop my druid bonus to do this. I forgot the item. Alright, hopefully we get another turn here. No worries, Holy Flab. I know exactly how that goes. Welcome back at any rate. Thanks for keeping me around. Are we gonna be okay here? Are we gonna be okay? We might level and drop this back in, I think. So I'm gonna go to 4 XP, so that's 28. I'm not quite at the ability to level yet, huh? If I sell some of these, I can level. Yeah, putting Razor up front more probably makes sense. Razor did 5,000. I think I'm 3 short here. Yeah, okay, so let's sell, Alright, and that gives me the second human bonus, and it locks in my savage bonus. Oh, I could, did I want to do druids instead? Did I want the druid instead? Do I want the druid bonus, or do I want the second human bonus? What's better? I might just get rid of Lone Druid here if we find a better upgrade, like Kunkka. Yep, there we go. Final Flash. Final Flash is the busted one. Yeah, so like obviously Lone Druid 2's better than Lycan. The question is that better than the bonus? It might be that the druids are better until I find one more Lycan to get him to level 2. I think the bonus is better. Getting the silence on humans is really good. Like, it over doubles it. It goes from 20% to 44%. Because, like, silencing stops them from using their ultimates, and other mages are usually the best way to stop the mage comp, I think. I can't believe no one's dead yet. We're in round 27 and everyone... It's worth noting here, though, that we're win streaking and no one else is at this point, which is sweet. It gives us a chance to get ahead here. Just Razor with the casual 5k damage every time. Oh, does someone else have a level 3 Razor? Okay, so actually, I should probably sell out of these because I'm pretty unlikely to complete mine if they also have a level 3. I'm gonna sell this and just collect my interest. Yeah, the final flash is just completely busted. Mages reset and get full mana when their health's below 30. This card just flips all the battles on its head. You're just like, and kill you all. I would like a Kunkka, I think, to swap out for this Lone Druid. I also want another Lycan. Oh, we're so close. Oh, that was a tough one. We're gonna lose like 7 here. 9. Brutal. That's fair, telepresence. I don't know, even getting one more is going to be tough if someone has a level 3, and there was another level 2 as well. There's the last one. That could have been one we returned, though. Alright, found a Kunko, which is another human here, which is great. We can find one more human, we can max that out as well. Getting level 3s is pretty unlikely in my experience. It's about... Yeah, so the pool of heroes is shared between all players. So if someone else is also drafting heroes that you're drafting, you're less likely to find upgrades for them. So being familiar with what other people are playing can be helpful.
Yo.
I could ditch Lycan. Ditch Lycan for what, though? He's giving me a human bonus, too, so, like... If I find one more, he's a level 2. Yes, if you sell heroes, they go back into the pool. If a player dies, I think so. I'm not 100% on that one, though. I know when you sell them, they go back into the pool. Oh, did I roll past a keeper? Yeah, I probably rolled past a keeper. Sometimes I do that. I'm, like, looking for specific things, and I forget about other things I have. Hey, look, there's my last Lycan. Dragon Knight would round out my humans. I'm gonna grab Dragon Knight here. He's another tank that would round out my humans. Hey, Terran, thank you for the 2-1-3 sub. I appreciate that. And PCV, you're the only source I can trust on Jeff Hoagland campaign. Thanks for the 8 months. I appreciate it. Yeah, the lack of Crystal Maidens is definitely a little bit sad. Yikes. Are we dead? We might be dead. This is the person who's streaking up here. We are very close to dead. Can you give me some basics of positioning? Google it. I'm still fumbling around and learning. I think you're supposed to hide in the corner when you have mages. If you have melee units, you want to position them up front. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hope to survive one round here, because I don't have enough. And the other problem is, part of the videos people have been making, not everything translates directly from auto chess to Underlords to teamfight tactics. So, like, content that's been made for one game doesn't automatically go to the other. It's gonna be close. If we lose this fight, we're dead. Oh, we did it! All right, sweet. We get to get Dragon Knight into play now because we can level up. Razor did 8,400. 8,400. All right, we top halved. All right, that's another thing. As someone who frequently loses in the quarterfinals and Magic tournaments, the fact the fact that I can not quite get first, but still feel satisfied that I accomplished something by top halving. I like this game. I don't have to feel bad because it's not first or last like in a match of Magic. All right, I assume we're dead here, but at least our comp's pretty. We've got 6 and 6. Oh no. Yeah, we just did not get any 3s. They hit Drought and Wind Rager. Out and forth. Yeah, I think a big part of our final comp 2, the issue why we ended up getting pushed out of those, if you look here, like this was a long round, and we still had 1, 2, 3, 4 units that were level 1 at the end of it. And that's a big part of, like, the jump from 1 to 2 is pretty important because the units increase pretty significantly, and it doesn't take as long to get those a lot of the time like it does to 3. Like, we still had a bunch of level 1s, and our opponents had, like, multiple level 2s and 3s. There are not any referral links for this one, so this is not sponsored content. This is just a game that Valve is working on. It's currently in open beta. You can grab it on Steam or Android or iOS. That's going to be it for me for today. I think I need to do my post-stream wrap-up and get some stuff done before I take Jake to an appointment this afternoon. I'll be back tomorrow morning. I might do more Arena. I'm definitely going to do Modern. Well, we're almost certainly going to play some more Underlords tomorrow. So thanks everyone for hanging out. And tomorrow's stream I'm probably going to do, I'll be able to run longer. So is Savit streaming? I can send you over, but he is. So he's great. Let's give him a host.